Here are the few important MCQs I will discuss with you guys. Question number 1. Pharmacodynamics involve the study of following except A. Biological and therapeutic effect of the drug. B. Absorption and distribution of drug. C. Mechanism of drug action. And D is drug interaction. The correct answer of this question is option B, absorption and distribution of drugs. Question number 2. Pharmacodynamics involve the study of the following: A. Mechanism of drug action. B. Biotransformation of drugs in the organism. C. Distribution of drug in the organism. D. Excretion of the drug from the organism. The correct answer of this question is option A, mechanisms of the drug action. Question number 3. What does affinity means? A measure of how tightly a drug binds to plasma protein. B. A measure of how tightly a drug binds to a receptor. C. A measure of inhibiting potency of a drug. D. A measure of bioavailability of a drug. The correct answer of this question is option B, a measure of how tightly a drug binds to the receptor. Question number 4. The target protein which a drug molecule bind are option A, only receptors, option B, only ion channels, option C, only carriers, and option D is all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Question number 5. An agonist is a substance that A. Interact with the receptor without producing any effect. B. Interact with the receptor and initiate changes in the cell function producing various effects. C. Increase concentration of another substance to produce effect. D. Interacts with the plasma protein and does not produce any effect. Correct answer is option B. Interact with the receptor and initiate changes in the cell function and producing various effects. Question number 6 is, if an agonist can produce maximum effect and has high efficacy, it's called A. Partial agonist. B. Antagonist. C. Agonist antagonist. D. Full agonist. The correct answer of this question is option D, full agonist. Question number 7. If an agonist can produce submaximal effect and has moderate efficacy, it's called A. Partial agonist. B. Antagonist. C. Agonist antagonist. D. Full agonist. The correct answer of this question is option A, partial agonist. Question number 8. An antagonist is a substance that A. Bind to the receptor and initiate changes in cell function producing maximum effect. B. Bind to receptor and initiate changes in cell function producing submaximal effect. C. Interact with the plasma proteins, does not produce any effect. D. Bind to receptor without direct altering these functions. So answer is option D, bind to the receptor without directly altering their functions. Question number 9 is a competitive antagonist is a substance that A interact with receptor and produce submaximal effect, B bind to the same receptor site and progressively inhibit the agonist response, C bind to the non-specific site of tissue, D bind to an receptor subtype as an agonist and another as an antagonist. So answer is option B, bind to the same receptor site and progressively inhibit the agonist response. Question number 10 is the substance binding to one receptor subtype as an agonist and to another as an antagonist is called A. Competitive antagonist, B. Irreversible antagonist, C. Agonist antagonist, D. Partial agonist. The correct answer if this question is agonist antagonist. Question number 11 is irreversible interaction of an antagonist with the receptor is due to A. Ionic bond, B. Hydrogen bond, C. Covalent bond, D. All of the above. The correct answer of this question is option C. Covalent bonds. Question number 12 is tick the second messenger of G protein coupled metabotrophic receptors. A. Adenyl cyclase, B. Sodium ion, C. Phospholipase C, and D is CAMP. The correct answer of this question is option D, CAMP. Question number 13 is take the substance which change the activity of an affected element but does not belong to second messengers. Option A is CAMP, option B is CGMP, option C is G protein, option D is calcium ions. The correct answer of this question is G protein. Question number 14 is the increase of second messenger CAMP, CGMP, CA calcium concentration led to A. Inhibition of intracellular protein kinase and protein phosphorylation, B. Protein kinase activation, protein phosphorylation, C. Blocking of interaction between receptor and its effector, D. Antagonism with endogenous ligand. The correct answer is B. Protein kinase activation and protein phosphorylation. Question number 15. Take the substance whose mechanism are based on interaction with ion channels. Option A is sodium channel blockers, B. Calcium channel blockers, C. Potassium channel blockers, activators, and D is all of the above. So correct answer is all of the above. Question number 16 is which effect may lead to toxic reactions when a drug is taken continuously or repeatedly? So option A is refractoriness, B is cumulative effect, C is tolerance, and D is tachyphylaxis. The correct answer of this question is cumulative effect. Question number 17 is, what term is used to describe a gradual decrease in responsiveness to a drug taking days and weeks to develop? Question number option A is refractoriness, B is cumulative effect, C is tolerance, and D is tachyphylaxis. The correct answer of this question is tolerance. Question number 18 is, what term is used to describe a decrease in responsiveness to a drug which develop in a few minutes? Option A is refractiveness, B is cumulative effect, C is tolerance, and D is tachyphylaxis. So correct answer is option D, tachyphylaxis. So next question is 19. Tachyphylaxis is a drug interaction between two similar type of drugs. B. Very rapid developing tolerance. C. A decrease in responsiveness to a drug taking days or week to develop. And D is none of above. So correct answer of this question is B. Very rapid developing tolerance. Question number 20 is, tolerance and drug resistance can be consequence of A. Drug dependence, B. Increased metabolic degradation, C. Depressed renal drug excretion, D. Activation of a drug after hepatic first pass metabolism. So correct answer is option B, increased metabolic degradation. Question number 21. Tolerance and drug resistance can be a consequence of option A change in receptor, loss of them, or exhaustion of mediators. B. Increased receptor sensitivity. C. Decreased metabolic degradation. D. Decreased renal tubular secretion. The correct answer of this question is option A, increased in receptors, loss of them, and exhaustion of mediators. Question number 22. Tolerance develop because of option A is diminished absorption, B. Rapid excretion of a drug, C. Both of above, D. None of the above. The correct answer is none of the above. 23, question number 23. The situation when failure to continue administering the drug result in serious psychological and somatic disturbance is called A. Tachyphylaxis, B. Sensitization, C. Abstinence syndrome, and D. Idiosyncrasy. So correct answer is C. Abstinence syndrome. Question number 24. What is the type of drug to drug interaction which is connected with process of absorption, distribution, and excretion? A. Pharmacodynamic interaction. B. Physical and chemical interaction. C. Pharmaceutical interaction. D. Pharmacokinetic interaction. The correct answer is option D. Pharmacokinetic interaction. Question number 25. What is the type of drug to drug interaction which is the result of interaction at receptor, cell, enzymes, or organ level? Option A is pharmacodynamic interactions, B physical and chemical interaction, C pharmaceutical interaction, D pharmacokinetic interaction. The correct answer of this question is pharmacodynamic interaction. Question number 26 is what phenomenon can occur in case of using a combination of drug? Option A is tolerance, option B tachyphylaxis, option C accumulation, and option D is synergism. The correct answer of this question is option D synergism. Question number 27. If two drugs with the same effects taken together produce an effect that is equal in magnitude to the sum of the effect of the drug given individually, it is called antagonism, potentiation, additive effect, or D, none of the above. The correct answer of this question is none of the above. Question number 28. What does the term potentiation mean? A. Cumulative ability of a drug. B. Hypersensitivity to a drug. C. Fast tolerance developing. D. Intensive increase of drug effects due to their combination. The correct answer of this question is D. Intensive increase of drug effects due to their combinations. Question number 29. The types of antagonisms are A. Summarized, B. Potentiated, C. Additive, and D is competitive. The correct answer of this question is competitive. Next question is the term chemical antagonism means that two drugs combine with one another to form an inactive compound. B. Two drugs combine with one another to form an more active compound. C. Two drugs combine with one another to form one water soluble compound. D. Two drugs combine with one another to form fat soluble compound. The correct answer of this question is option A. Two drugs combine with one another to form an inactive compound. Question number 31 is a teratogenic action is A. Toxic action to the liver, B. Negative action on the fetus causing fetal deformation, C. Toxic action on blood system, D. Toxic action on kidneys. The correct answer of this question is B. Negative action on the fetus causing fetal deformation. Malfunction, formation. 32. Characteristic unwanted reaction which is not related to a dose or to a pharmacodynamic property of a drug is called A. Idiosyncrasy, B. Hypersensitivity, C. Tolerance, and D is teratogenic action. The correct answer of this question is hypersensitivity. B is the correct answer, hypersensitivity. Question number 33 is isosyncratic reactions of a drug is a type of hypersensitivity reaction, B a type of drug antagonism, C unpredictable inherent qualitative abnormal reaction of a drug, and D qualitatively executed response. Answer is option C unpredictable inherent qualitatively abnormal reaction to a drug. Question number 34 is therapeutic index is a ratio between a ratio used to evaluate the safety and usefulness of a drug, B a ratio used to evaluate effectiveness of drug, C a ratio used to evaluate the bioavailability of drug, C D a ratio used to evaluate the elimination of a drug. The correct answer of this question is option a ratio used to evaluate the drug's safety and usefulness of a drug.